Hi, this is John at Happy Wife Bakers, and today we're going to build a chicken kill cone. So a chicken kill cone, you already know what that is. You hang it on a post, put the chicken in upside down to dispatch it. If you go online, you're gonna pay at least $20, maybe even $30 for something like this. But you can make about 5 of these for about $15. Let me show you what you're gonna need. You'll need a ruler or tape measure, some sort of a straight edge, some clamps, some 10 snips or aviation snips, a drill with a 1/8 inch drill bit. We've got a couple of blocks of wood. I'll show you how those are used. We have a rivet gun and of course rivets. I've got 1/8 inch short rivets and the washers that go behind them. And you'll need a ball peen hammer or a regular hammer will do. And of course you're going to need some metal. This is 14 inch wide flashing. It is galvanized steel. You're going to have an easy time finding aluminum. Don't get it. Please don't get it. It's just going to wear out. It's not going to be as durable as the galvanized steel. The only place I could find this locally without paying a bunch of shipping to get it online is Home Depot. Here's the product number. It's made by Merrimax 70414. It is 14 inches wide, 10 feet long, and I should be able to make 5 of these out of this 10-foot roll. All right, the first thing you need to do is draw out a trapezoid. And I know you're asking, what's a trapezoid? Well, I'll just have to show you. So a trapezoid, it looks like this with sloping sides and it comes back together. All right, that's trapezoid. Trapezoid needs to be 30 inches on the bottom and 14 inches on the top. You're going to do that by grabbing a corner, coming over 30 inches right here and make a little mark. And in the middle at 15 inches, you make another mark. Then you're going to use something to draw a vertical line. Now this is a speed square. I didn't tell you about that, but it's also a good tool to have. Put that on, draw a line, then use your straight edge to continue the line. At the top of that line, you're going to go 7 inches on either side. So make a mark there, make a mark there. There's your 14 inches on the top. Now you're going to use your straight edge to connect the dots on the top and the bottom. 1 and 2. Now you have your trapezoid shape. There's one other thing you're going to do. That is, from this sideline, you're just going to go in 1.5 inches, make a couple of marks, and connect those dots. Next you're going to use your aviation snips and cut that out. You want to cut the outer line over here and the outer line on this side. Don't cut the inner line. You see I've got the piece clamped to the table. That's because otherwise it just wants to slide off. That's one of the reasons you'll need clamps. So here's the piece cut out, and if you want at this point you can use it as a pattern to mark where the other ones are going to get cut out. Time to get to work on this one. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to bend the outer top and bottom edges. We're going to bend them up and over. The reason we do that is because you're going to be sticking your hand up in this hole and putting chickens down on the top. It's very sharp and you don't want to cut yourself. Right? You can already see the edge here has been folded up, and while that looks intimidating, it's actually kind of simple. I'll show you what to do. So this is the side we made all the marks on. I'm going to turn it over because we want it to go from the inside, which will be this part, out. I'm going to hang this over the edge of the bench by about 1/4 inch and clamp it. We'll do the same thing on this side, clamp both sides. I'm going to come along with the hammer. I'm just going to pound it down. It's thin metal, so it doesn't take much. My table's a little bit roundy, so it's not sharp and it's not even quite 90 degrees bent down. I'll take off the clamps. I'm just going to slide it forward just a little bit and really just hold it with my hand. I'm going to continue beating that edge. Now it's going to start to fold under. Now flip it over. So here's that curled edge. Now I'm just going to keep bending it over with the hammer. And finally, when it's almost all the way, go ahead and pound it down. There. Look at that. Not sharp at all. Nice and smooth. You can run it along the edge of your table to give it kind of a curl. Look at there. Now you're ready to bend it over. We can do the same thing on the top side. Now that you've curled over the top and the bottom, it's time to put it together, put some rivets in it. So you're going to curl this over to where you made that other line. Okay? Meet it on the line, and I'm going to put in a clamp. It's just a temporary for now. Do the same thing on this side. Happen to have these little baby C-clamps, which work quite well. Slide that clamp on, clamp it down. Go on that side, we'll do the same on the other side. Here's the basic shape. Take off the big clamps. Now you're going to put in the rivets along the seam. 3 is good, 4 is even better. So here, 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 and down here. I'm going to use these pieces of wood in the corner of the table. And the wood is just going to give me something to push on when I use the drill. You've got 1.5 inches here to work with, and you want to hit both pieces of the metal. So I'm going to come up here as high as I can get and drill. And it's just a matter of riveting. You want to rivet from the inside out because you'll be left with just this flat part. Otherwise you'll be left with a big piece sticking up, and you don't want that. You want it all smooth on the inside as much as possible. So that's going to fit in your 1/8 inch hole. On the other side, you're going to put your washer over that, and you're just going to use the rivet gun. If you don't have a rivet gun, get one. It's very, very handy. You'll be surprised at all the uses that you find for it. To use the rivet gun, you find the long piece that looks like a nail. Just put that down in the hole. Squeeze. Pops off. That's what it looks like on the inside now. And that's what it looks like on the outside. Just going to continue going through here. At times it will be difficult to work with a rivet gun, but you'll be able to do it. There's just enough room. You just got to use some angles to it. You may also notice I'm not wearing any gloves, and it's not because I'm not safety conscious. It's just, although this is very, very sharp, I'm confident in my abilities, so if you're afraid of getting cut, wear some gloves, please. This is very sharp. The 4 rivets are in. It sticks out on this side. There's a little bit of a gap here, but not to worry because you hang it like this and you never see the backside. Okay? If you're worried about anything inside of here where these 2 pieces meet, you can always use this metal, I think it's aluminum flashing tape. You just run it along that seam. There's one last piece that needs some attention, and that's where it crosses at the top. There's some jagged pointed edges, and we just need to bend that over or cut them off, but I'm going to bend them over. I'm just going to pound it down and fold it back. I'll also put this over the edge. And there it is, nice and smooth on the top. This is ready for hanging. So I'm going to go ahead and build the others, then I can put them on my structure and replace out the old aluminum ones. So now I have mounted one. This is the stand that we use to hold our kill cones, and this is a 4x4 with legs that hold it up, then a 2x4 running across, and there are 6 kill cones. And we do a lot of butchering, so this is just a permanent fixture to us. And these are the old ones. These are the aluminum ones, and they're just awful. I mean, you can see just how flexible they are, flimsy, and they've held up well. But you can see here's a rip. The edges are starting to curl back really bad, and the chickens flop around, and they just do a lot of damage. I'm very happy with this. This is much more sturdy. It's a little bit longer, I think, than the old one, which is fine. And that just means there's less room for them to kick themselves out. And when I mount it, I put just a piece of solid wood here, and then a strip of plywood on the back that's screwed in down here, and then the whole thing screws to the 2x4 to keep it nice and secure. Having that strip, it just keeps the back from moving too much, keeps it nice and secure. So I'll finish the rest, but very happy with that. We're gonna have some new cones. We'll be testing them out real soon. It's not too difficult a project. I found that once I got going on these, I could pump one out in about 20 minutes and made $100 worth of kill cones for $15 of sheet metal. Hope you learned something. Hope this is useful. Go make you some. Let us know how it worked out for you. All right, thanks for watching. We will see you soon on the homestead. Bye.